one curiosity in Brazil, so a lot of people ask me, what is the most important competitor to wine in Brazil? And I would say it's not beer, it's not another kind of wines, it's not another beverages. Wine in Brazil, as it's expensive because of taxes and etc., it competes with other experiences. So when you buy a bottle of wine in Brazil, you need to change this bottle of wine for another experience, like going to the movies or have a dinner in a nice restaurant. So wine in Brazil is an experience. From the most simple bottle of wine to the most expensive one, wine is always an experience more than the beverage, more than the liquid within the bottle.
From the art of Grandi Langhe, real conversations captured on site. Presented with the media partnership of the Italian Wine Podcast.
Okay, Stevie Kim here, and this is the Grandi Langhe 2026 Marathon Italian Wine Podcast, coming to you live. Our guest is our Vinicius International Academy Italian Wine Ambassador, the class of 2023, so fairly recent.
Yes.
His name is Vinicius de Miranda Santiago.
Yes, very Brazilian name.
Yes, very Brazilian. Listen, Vinicius, so today I want you to explain to us like a small masterclass about the Brazilian wine market. Okay, so tell us first of all, introduce yourself, who you are, and what you do in Brazil.
I'm Brazilian wine sommelier, Brazilian wine educator, so I teach at the Brazilian Sommelier Association. I also work for a wine importer in Brazil.
What is the name of the importing company?
Vissimo Group.
Vissimo. Okay.
We have two brands, Vino and Gran Cru. So we do wine shops, retail, and etc. And it's really interesting to work a lot of different wines in the Brazilian market, especially the Italian ones.
So how big is your Italian portfolio compared to the entire portfolio?
I would say we have a big portfolio. It would represent like 7% of our total portfolio. 7%.
So it's tiny.
Considering our portfolio...
How big? So how many SKUs? How many wineries?
We have today 1,400 SKUs.
Oh, so it's big.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So who are some of your Italian wine suppliers?
We work with Rocca delle Macie, Masseria Livelli from Puglia. We have Planeta, Araldica from Piemonte, Masi from Valpolicella. So these are some Brancaia from Tuscany. So we have a lot of important.
Are these exclusive? So you're an exclusive importer for these wineries?
Exclusive importer, and we also do in Vino, mostly online, some single labels from some wineries, a lot of Italian wines from bottlers. So we have a lot of different things in our portfolio.
How many years have you been working for this importer?
4 years now.
4 years, okay. And what were you doing prior to that?
I've been teaching, mostly for WSET in Brazil and also the Brazilian Sommelier Association.
All right, so what are the things, like 5 things that we must know about Brazil wine market?
It's a not mature wine market, so people are still learning about how to drink wine.
So it's emerging, can we say
it's emerging? It's an emerging wine market. Brazilians prefer red wines than white wines in general, and this is curious because we are mostly a tropical country.
I know.
Even in the tropical and the warmer zones, people prefer red wines than white and rosés. Sparkling wines, they do well in Brazil, but we do struggle a little bit to bring sparkling wines from abroad because Brazil produces really nice sparkling wines.
What are they producing?
They're producing traditional and Martinotti method sparkling wines in the southernmost zone of Brazil, so Serra Gaúcha, and they have one curiosity: Brazilian wineries still produce Prosecco, which can be
How did that happen?
It happened because in the late 80s, when they bought some grape cutlins from Italy, they brought cutlins from Prosecco grape varieties. And the Brazilian law authorizes today, if someone produces a wine with that grape variety, to name it by the grape variety, with the name of the grape variety. But now with the agreement between Mercosur and European Union, possibly this would change. So Brazilian wineries wouldn't be able to produce any more Proseccos. But Proseccos from Italy, they do well in Brazil. Brazilians love the classical Italian wines from the north. So Amarone, Barolo, and Brunello di Montalcino, they perform really well in the Brazilian market.
So that's Barolo, Brunello, Amarone, and
And we have one from France in the category we have within our company, which is Chateauneuf du Pape.
Chateauneuf-du-Pape.
Yes.
So they're actually all very structured wines.
Structured wines,
Right?
full-bodied,
Yeah, full-bodied.
age-worthy. And Brazilians do like this kind of wine. And mostly, they are recognizable by the general public in Brazil. When someone hears Barolo, they tend to like it even before they try it. They don't know most of the differences that they are, the categories, the MGAs, for example, for Barolo, but they are learning, and Barolo it sells itself.
But like how did that happen? Why is it so prevalent, the red wines?
It's a cultural thing. There is a saying in Brazil that red wines is a wine for connoisseurs or the people who understand wines. There's a lot of prejudice about white and rosé wines. So culturally, Brazilians have learned since always that red wines are better than white and rosé. So they tend to prefer red wines as a cultural thing.
So what are the challenges that face Brazil wine market nowadays?
Today is to get the younger population to try wines, to drink wines. One curiosity in Brazil, so a lot of people ask me, what is the most important competitor to wine in Brazil? And I would say it's not beer, it's not another kind of wines, it's not another beverages. Wine in Brazil, as it's expensive because of taxes and etc., it competes with other experiences. So when you buy a bottle of wine in Brazil, you need to change this bottle of wine for another experience, like going to the movies or have a dinner in a nice restaurant. So wine in Brazil is an experience. From the most simple bottle of wine to the most expensive one, wine is always an experience more than the beverage, more than the liquid within the bottle.
So give me an example, like how much does a bottle of wine cost, and how much are the earnings of, salaries for entry-level jobs?
Okay, so we have wine bottles from simple wine bottle from 59.90 reais to 160 reais.
What does
the
that
bottle.
mean in euros?
This means you divide it by 6, for example. So
Okay.
wine bottles that cost the most simple wine bottles from 8 to 10 euros, then to up to 20 euros or 25 euros a bottle.
Okay.
And this is 160 reais bottle of wine is 10% of a minimum wage. So wine bottles can be really expensive in the Brazilian market.
Oh, it is. So that's definitely one of the obstacles for the younger people,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, it's an obstacle, and now there are some other trends surrounding the beverage world, like ready-to-drink beverages, no alcohol, low alcohol, and this
But
is
is
also
that
competing.
I mean, is that taking hold, the Nolos?
Is taking hold in the Brilliant market.
Oh, really?
We've been sourcing Nolos for some time right now. We've just released a wine-based cocktail in the Brazilian market, and it's performing really well, and it has 7% of alcohol, so it's going well.
Okay.
It's a trend.
What are the other challenges? I mean, what about currency fluctuation? Is that a problem?
It's a problem.
Is it pegged to the dollar?
No, it's not really pegged to the dollar,
Yeah.
but the power of purchase of Brazilian people have decreased through the years. So if you think about 10 years ago, people would get less money from the works, but they could buy more things or more wine for that. And today it's a little bit, it's changed a little bit.
What is the strategy for your company in terms of, I guess, to get more people engaged in wine for, consumption, but also as an experience?
We have 2 brands. In one of them, we work mostly with online, and we work with single wines. We don't build brands, but we can try a lot of different things.
Okay.
So we can try different grape varieties, different wines from different regions, different producers, and through that we can understand what people are wanting in Brazilian market. And we can sell a lot of wines to people that are starting to drink them. So we sell economic wines through this brand that doesn't belong to a specific brand, but people can, okay, I like Barbera, or I like Pinot Grigio, I like this kind of grape variety. In the other brand, we try to build brands, build wineries, build portfolios. In this brand, we work with wineries like Planeta, Rocca delle Macie, Masi, etc.
What about Piemonte?
Piedmont, we have Araudica right now, and I'm here in Grandi Langhe searching for some other possible supplier for Piedmont in our portfolio. We have a space for a small family winery in our portfolio today. And in this case, we try to build brands. And as we have wine shops, we have enotecas, 117 enotecas all around the country, we can have experiences. So most of these enotecas have wine bars or restaurants with them. So we try to have experiences with consumers. Tastings, wine classes, visits from producers. We have some our events of our own like Grandi Langhe, but in a smaller version of them to show our wine to the consumers.
Okay, so before we close, what is the one takeaway from Grandi Langhe?
One takeaway from Grandi Langhe. It's a huge event.
It's massive.
Massive. So I would suggest you to try whatever you don't know, because there are a lot of different things from Piemonte that are charming, like Nascetta, Timorasso, Erba Luce, we have Pela Verga from Verduno. So we have a lot of exciting new grape varieties, new regions, and new approaches to wines. So some Nebbiolos with carbonic maceration. We have some aged Arnais that are not very common. So there are different things to try, and I think this is the most curious thing to do in Grandi Langhe, other than try the classics. Most of the most important producers are here, so this works as well to try these wines.
At a personal level, a personal question, what is your favorite wine from Piemonte?
I love white wines.
Okay.
So today
You're Brazilian.
I'm Brazilian, but I prefer white and red in general. And today, I guess, Timorasso is one of my favorite things from Piemonte.
We just had Walter here before, Walter Massa.
Because of the minerality. So the TDN, that gasoline, petrol, that
You
in
like
the nose.
that?
I like that.
You must like Riesling.
I do. But other than Riesling, when you try Timorasso on the nose, you say, okay, this might be a Riesling. But when you put it in the mouth, it has a body, a texture that Riesling doesn't get. And this is really good with food. This is really surprising for people who love Riesling or are discovering new wines. And it ages beautifully. So I love this kind of wine.
Alrighty. Okay, and it's a wrap. Thank you for joining us today. That's
been a pleasure.
Vinícius de Miranda, Santiago from Brazil, also our VIA ambassador, class of 2023.
Yes.
All right, so
Thank you,
hope to
Stevie.
see you here or there, or Vinicius USA, October. Who
Yes.
knows? Okay.
We meet each other around.
Yeah, okay. And it's a wrap. Ciao ragazzi.
Ciao.
Progetto finanziato con lo sviluppo rurale Piemonte 2023-2027. Intervento SRG10, promozione dei prodotti di qualità. Regione.piemonte.it, sviluppo rurale. Si invita al consumo responsabile delle bevande alcoliche.